Alright, today I'm going to tell you why Bitcoin treasury companies will inevitably collapse, and I'll focus on strategy. The Bitcoin flywheel is based on issuing preferred stock, equity, and convertible bonds to raise cash to buy Bitcoin. And the Bitcoin flywheel is great on a bull run, but the problem is that it relies on infinite cash flow during the short term. However, inevitably, the money supply will stagnate and collapse. And when this happens, there's going to be outflows from all financial securities, housing, stocks, and of course, Bitcoin. And this brings me to the negative flywheel effect. When Bitcoin goes down, there's going to be outflows in the preferred stocks, the equity is going to go down, and the convertible bonds are going to be sold. One of strategy's biggest tools is the ATM. Essentially, shares are diluted to purchase Bitcoin. On the face of it, the Bitcoin per share is the same, so investors have nothing to be worried about. But this assumes that there's a 100% efficiency. In reality, some of the money raised goes towards paying debt and preferred obligations, while other parts of money are used to pay for the company's operational expenses, for example, bonuses to executives and other costs. With less than 100% of the money raised to buy Bitcoin, the shareholders are effectively being diluted. MicroStrategy has $6.3 billion in preferred stocks to date. With a 10% yield, that would be $630 million a year. And yes, to pay for that, they only need to dilute the stock by 0.6% to raise 630 million, which seems fine in the short term. The real problem with their liabilities is that during a Bitcoin crash, they're going to have to liquidate. They have $15 billion of debt and preferred liabilities combined, and they only have $50 million of cash. And so as Bitcoin crashes, the low risk holders will panic sell, and strategy must obtain the cash to pay them back on their debts and preferred stocks. And to do this, they've got two options. One is sell Bitcoin or hit the ATM. Now, selling the Bitcoin is an absolute last resort because once they start doing this, Bitcoin's price is going to tank and all of their assets are going to be debased. And it's going to cause complete panic in the crypto markets. So the second option that they will employ realistically is hitting the ATM. But when they hit the ATM, the stock price is going to dip. Investors are going to realize they're being diluted out of existence. They're going to get panicked and they're going to panic sell. And that's going to bring the stock price even lower. So strategy will not be able to raise any funds to pay debt and preferred obligations. And so they will have to inevitably sell their Bitcoin. Yes, the debt and preferred the debt and preferred is only 20% of the Bitcoin NAV, and so they're not going to be bankrupt, but they will have to liquidate their Bitcoin, and their stock price is going to go down to like $60. And by the way, right now I'm shorting strategy, and I am making many, many thousands of pounds shorting the stock. I'm shorting from $420 a share. I am making tons of money, and it is going fantastically. And it is just hilarious watching these MSTR investors cope and seethe as they're losing money in real time. Anyways, convertible bonds. Um, Most of Strategy's convertible bonds, mainly the 2029 and the 2030 bonds, they have very high strike prices. These strike prices are such unrealistic numbers that will never be reached. And so these convertible bondholders, they're going to ask themselves, why should I hold on to these bonds when I get 0% interest, volatility is dying out, and the strike price will never be hit? And so when Bitcoin crashes, they're going to be worried that the company could go bust. So they're going to want to cash out now while they still can. So yeah, that's it. That's why strategy is going to go bust. And yes, the ATM introduces a stock price ceiling. Every time strategy stock goes high, the company hits the ATM to get cash to buy um, either buy Bitcoin or to pay their debt obligations. And this is why MSTR investors will not get paid. This is why they're not going to make a lot of money. And yeah, that's it, guys. I'll look forward to seeing you in the next